What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're in the basement remodel. We're on the final step of this project, which, no pun intended, I just thought of that, is the steps going upstairs. So we need to redo these. They've been carpet. We don't want carpet. And since we have this nice floorette flooring, we also have a floorette stair tread. Now we're gonna be using for the first time a floorette riser that is gonna match the stair tread. I haven't done that yet, so I'm anxious to see how that goes. But we have a couple issues that I need to point out. One being that we've got a nosing that is on these existing treads, the 2x, and that doesn't bode well with the design of the floorette treads. We actually need a flat nosing that we then are going to create our nosing with the stair tread itself. So we got a couple ideas on what we're going to do, but what we really need to do is get all this carpet tore off, cleaned up, so that we can assess the situation, because I also need to look at, do I need to add a side skirt board? My guess is yes, but we're gonna cut a board, a step, see how it goes in. So basically, we don't know what we're doing yet. We just know that we're gonna redo these stairs and we need to get into it. The other thing I wanted to share is that this is the bedroom that we never really showed, but yesterday Greg and I spent the morning tearing up the carpet, cleaning the space, and laying flooring here. This is the one transition that I had to have, and it actually turned out pretty darn nice. The floorette transitions are pretty clean. We got this all done, trims on the base. That's ready to be finished and painted, so that looks great. But I just wanted to share that with you guys because I said I would. Today's video is all about these stairs, so let's get these tore up, cleaned up, and then assess the situation and make a determination on how we're gonna finish them. Carpet's like one of the nicest, worst things, man. Like the day you install it, I love laying on carpet, but it just is never clean. Doesn't matter.
A week later,
it doesn't matter what you do. You can shampoo your carpets. It's always kind of like, well, and then all this crap just starts breaking down with wear and tear, but whatever. Carpet is like nice, but
carpet's carpet.
Carpet, yeah. It covers things like crappy basement stairs now. There we are.
There we are.
You know what I can't wait for?
What's that?
To pull staples. All the little staples that are...
Yeah, I'm not feeling so good. I think I need to go home.
That's a typical Greg response. Shying away from the work.
No, man, I don't feel good. I'm not shying away from work. I love hard work. I just don't feel good. You know?
Oh, fair enough. All right, so we've got all these stairs stripped. I just ran and got a bunch of materials while Greg, unfortunately, is still working on these staples. Having fun?
No.
And I thought you'd be sleeping down here having a siesta by the time I got back. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a side skirt. Before I do my side skirt, we're actually going to, because I have two options. One option is rip all these nosings off of these treads. I can't take the treads up because they're actually buried under the drywall, so that's out of the question. I could run a circular saw and then finish the cuts. That's a lot of work and it's gonna be a lot of mess. So what we figured out was I'm actually gonna put a 3/4 board, because almost all of these are 3/4 overhang, in this spot. What that does is, it's actually, there's two reasons I'm doing that. One, because I think it's gonna be an easier solution, but two, this is just a 1x and it's not real solid. I see some cracks, so I'm actually gonna add a little bit more structure to these stairs, put some glue in there, get everything screwed together, then it will give me mostly a flat face that I can put a riser on. If I'm not flat, I did pick myself up a router bit so I can do a flush trim on the front off of that 1x, so that when I put my riser on, everything is nice and clean. Once I get those boards on, then I can come in and do my skirt. And the reason I want those boards on is because when I put my skirt, you'll see I need something to kind of level up to make sure that I'm cutting accurately. So a little bit more work than I intended. I just spent another $400 on materials that I didn't plan on, but in the end, I think it'll be for the better. So I'm gonna go get some measurements, cut all these 1x, and then we'll get those installed, and maybe Greg will be done pulling staples by the time I get down there.
I am on my last riser.
I mean, would it be true to say that all these on the ground are what you've pulled?
In that step, yeah.
Oh, you've already cleaned up, you mean? And
Yeah,
been throwing them away?
I've already swept
So
up.
this is like one step at a time.
Yeah.
That's
It's a lot of staples.
38 1/4, 38 1/4, 38 1/4, 37 7/8. What?
Wait, really?
Yeah, actually they start getting a little smaller as they come up here. Ooh, that's nasty. That's not the right gun for this product. So this 1x6 is actually going to be kind of nice because when we do this, we're actually changing kind of the dimension of the step in a sense. Not the overall tread really, because we're going to end up adding a built-in nosing with the tread itself, which I got around here somewhere. But this gap under here is actually going to be nice because it's going to mean that we don't have to cut or rip down the back of our tread. It will slide in there, and then our riser will go right on top. We'll slide in the next one, riser on top. And that's going to save us a lot of time, so I'm pretty stoked about that. It kind of just happened that way. Was not planned out, obviously, because we didn't build this step. So I'm just putting some Loctite power grab. I don't know, it seemed like the right thing because it's gonna grab a lot quicker, and I don't really wanna wait forever for it to set up. So I just went with it. Now I'm just putting 2 screws in the middle, and then I'm gonna come behind and throw longer screws that'll go all the way through this riser into the stringer that's on the side. Yep, I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna put glue there. Look at this one. That's a 4-inch. Greg, I know exactly what you can do.
Yep.
Is go get another caulk gun, which is hanging on my Milwaukee stand.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have you go inside and take a tube and run a squeeze bead into those joints up under here.
These guys here?
Well, not this board, but inside,
yeah,
just to hopefully take
side.
away any squeaking that is occurring. Yeah. You're doing all inside corners, okay?
Here too?
Start as low as you can, because...
Here too?
Yes, here too. Start as low as... Basically, you're just gonna, even though...
I'm connecting everything.
You're connecting just to hopefully reduce any cracking. So just fill, but start, I know it's low, you're gonna have to do it, but that's where I'm at, so that way, as I tighten things up, you can caulk it, or not caulk it, but yeah. So that's first step, get those riser basically build outs in there. But Now the problem is this nosing is out a little bit inconsistently and far in some spots. So what I need to do now is I'm gonna smooth that off. I wish I didn't have to, but when I put the riser on, I don't want it to have the space behind it and it to be kind of, if you kick it, you feel it. I want it to be nice and solid, so I can also put some adhesive on this board and put that riser on, and it will make it feel really nice if you do kick on it. So that'll be the next thing. Clean up these noses, and then we'll be ready, I think, to get our side skirts figured out, cut and installed, and kind of get to the point where I wanted to be when I first tore the carpet off, which is putting new treads and risers on. All right, I feel like it took us forever to get to this point because I couldn't find our 1/2-inch router collet for our router bases. But we got it now, and I think we're gonna get going here. Greg's gonna run a vac, I'm gonna run a vac. Since we're kind of close to completion, I just wanna minimize the amount of dust, and a router throws a ton of dust, and this is a big bit with a lot of material. So that wasn't that bad, dude. You know, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of shavings. The nice thing is we've got our air scrubber, our cheap $60 DIY air scrubber going. It's really not bad down here, is it?
I don't see any dust.
Can I get the, wait, where's the multi-tool? That wasn't that bad. We spent more time looking for all of our tools that we needed for this job because they're spread all across God's green earth. But you know, that was probably the thing I didn't want to do the most, and it wasn't that bad. So
it wasn't that bad.
Let's clean this up and we can start getting our skirt boards figured out. It wasn't that bad. Yeah, I'd do it again. In fact, anybody got a stair I could do? As long as this is good on our angle, which I'm gonna say it is, I need to know how far I gotta drop it down to make it to here, right?
Right.
So that's gonna determine my cut up.
Yep.
And my problem is I'm gonna only assume that none of these are like great level. Actually, they're all kind of leaning down a hair.
So when you spill water, it runs down the hill.
Like, yeah, of course. I mean, when you're going downstairs, you don't want to...
You want it to be easy going down, like, you know, kind of like rolling a ball downhill.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you can't move, okay? All right, as I go, also going to measure this. So 7, just over 3/4. That's 8 inches, dog. I don't buy that, but it is. I mean, I can see it. It's 8 inches. You know the good thing is they make like new trees every day, so if I mess this up,
Yeah, it's just a what?
$70 board.
$70
It's not even
board.
that bad.
You got that money.
Shoot. You know, in a perfect world, it's 90. Because when a guy makes his stair stringers, he uses a square. So this, even if it's off, it should be 90. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's go up, we'll square those all around and hope like heck these stairs aren't that messed up so that it's pretty close and it just kind of goes right in there, you know?
chainsaw?
Right there, buddy. Already got her.
Nice.
All right, with any luck, this will get really, really, really close and we won't have to do any fixes, but we'll see. I'm guessing there's like a 30% chance that it's good enough to leave it as is.
I think you got a 90% chance.
Okay.
So right now.
Okay, so did we like move as we went then? Because
we're tight on these.
and then these aren't tight down here. The only thing we can do at this point is take off this so that it goes down that distance and hope that it slides in enough. And if we have to trim off something, we could always trim off something.
Tight there now.
Well, yeah, but now we have just super, super crooked stair treads. Like this one here is.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, that made it a lot better.
Yeah.
Not perfect. Does your middle go down, Greg? Is it got a little crown to it? Remember through the middle there?
Tight on this guy here.
Okay.
So this
See
guy
this. Yeah, so we're gonna have
and
to.
this guy.
We're gonna have to take basically, okay, like some of these are exactly the same dimension, but some of them go from the same gap to nothing. Mm-hmm. And those are the ones that we have to cut because the
treads aren't.
They're
flat.
off. Are you tight anywhere up there on the faces?
On faces, no, not that I.
So I'm tight on this very, very, very bottom right here. That's a little cocked. So you want an 1/8 inch?
About, yeah.
I could easily do that, and I think it probably. How's the rest of your horizontals? They look good for me.
I mean, everything looks pretty decent for me.
So in a perfect world, when you build your stairs, the more level the tread and plumb the risers are, the easier this is because you can just set your board on your stair nosing like I did, mark it plumb, measure, mark it square, and that's as easy as it should be. But we knew based on the way these stairs were, there were some stairs that were like this, some stairs were like this. We got as close as we could with what we could measure, and now we're just going through and fine tuning it. At the end of the day, we do have a little bit of room to play with, and this is gonna be a painted board. So I can caulk gaps, but I don't want to. It's easier to do this now, so I think we just have to get a couple scribes on some of these going up the face, and we should be pretty good. What do we got, Greg? I think one more I saw. You said you want like an 8? And it's just these couple. Our last time should be
Oh, yeah,
good
we're
enough
not
for the
painting
girls.
after this.
Oh, got a little.
That's tight up here, tight there, tight, tight.
Good enough, dude.
Yeah, I like
I don't
that.
see anything that's scary. Yeah, I mean, the faces of them are kind of wonky, but that'll kind of get taken care of when we put our, like, see what I'm saying? Like right there, that'll get covered by our nosing
Yeah,
in the corners.
The multi-tool.
Yep. Okay, so with this being done, now what we need to do is we need to basically get a clean cut point down here so we can finish. I couldn't get a clean 16-foot board. I probably could have if I special ordered it or something, but I didn't have any in stock. So now I need to get that bottom piece. So we'll kind of repeat the same process. I just need to know where I'm gonna cut this, and I'll probably cut it back here somewhere so I get some good meat to do a nice joint with some pocket hole screws, some glue, and then we'll have one piece that will go in there. I think that's the answer. This thing is super far out of plumb.
Holy cow. Is that?
It's okay. And the reason it's okay is because I can always cut some off and move it up the hill because I haven't made the final cut yet, and I'm not gonna cut this end at all. I'm just gonna let it kind of do its thing, you know?
Yep.
So we'll start here and do the same sort of thing that we just did, and we may have to do some scribing. I seen your arm wavering there, Greg.
Well, I was like,
Were you like pushing really hard?
yeah.
Not too shabby,
It's actually not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
and we're right in line. So that's the mark. So we'll get this, we'll shift it in, and we're good down here on the ground, Greg.
Hello?
And once we get this in where we want it, we can scribe it to the drywall, and then cut it exactly to our mark, join the two, and it should go pretty decent. Let's just see.
Let's just,
Why not?
why not?
There's no shot that it's going to be good enough, but
I bet you it is. Actually, I think it's gonna be perfect.
I don't think it is, man.
I think it is.
No,
Yeah, no.
not really.
I'm about a 1/4 inch from hitting the wall.
Yeah, I'm off here, but touching there, so.
I'm
yeah.
tight on this guy,
Yeah.
but I'm a 1/4 inch down here, so I think if you were to recut like this guy,
Yeah, but then it's
But
going
I-
to mess up everyone,
I'm also
so.
high here, so
Yeah.
that will drop it in.
Yeah, we tried. Let's put it on the other side. Let's keep going.
This is not good.
We were hoping that we could just match this and put a carbon copy on the other side, but nope. So, Greg, just leave it there. Just leave it there. All right. Yeah, I'm glad we checked this. I do need to cut off this bottom. That's gonna help me get tighter and get closer to my line. I feel like this has become my new best friend, you know?
Your new passion.
I just want to put everything together with the Instabond. Come on, more than that, more than that. There you go.
I was just making sure my angle of attack was right.
Two, three, four, five. There, instantly bonded.
That is crazy.
It pretty nuts.
And it works very good on
It's
wood.
phenomenal. Okay, ready? It's just like, no problem. So where am I hitting? I mean, I'm hitting both of those. So I'm hitting somewhere else. Cross your fingers, dude. So nervous. What in the absolute heck happened here? Not even close, dude.
What do you mean?
Are you close?
Yeah. I mean, I'm.
How can I not even be close right there? Like, I needed to go but that's already been done.
This is a fun job.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
I'm having a blast.
You and me both. All right, let's see. First time, Greg. Let's see if we can get this to go on the first try.
Yep, first try.
I'm kind of doubtful that we won't have to bring it back a couple times, but first try, you never know.
You might get lucky.
Yeah. Okay, so there's our mark. This is... I think we're money. I think we're good, dude. That's the worst one, and it will get covered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nice. One down. I'm not gonna bore you guys with the other side. We'll get it done. Same process. I think the only thing that we learned out of this side is that instead of doing the top piece, then coming in and doing the bottom, we're actually going to get a measurement. We'll cut it all as one, get it in here, and then hopefully be able to do all of our cutouts for our stair treads as one, so we don't fight this, because I don't know why it was so bad.
It just took time. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why it was off when we put it in. I mean,
think because we just had different angles that it got.
yeah,
That's what I think.
probably should have followed that line a little better.
Yeah, honestly, I think hindsight, we should have put this down, ran that line across there.
All the way down to the bottom, instead of just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can see where our joint is, right there, and you can see our line, but we're high. So this was lower before, which made it a tighter joint, but it's gonna be fine. Yeah, we made it. One down. Should have just carpeted the stairs, but yeah. Okay, I was successful, guys. I got the other skirt board made up last night, and I actually got it in one try. Believe it or not, it's the way it happened, I promise. But that's because I spent way more time working on marking everything. So I think it's gonna, anytime you spend more time, the easier and better it's gonna be. So it should fit in here, unless like the wood changed overnight, which is possible, Craig.
Yeah, it is possible. It could have shrunk.
That's 3 coats of paint, by the way. I put 3 on. And
It overachieved.
pretty nice. So now we are ready to get these fastened, and then we can start cutting our stringers and our risers in. This one must be here. Here, just mark those. That's yours. I stole it out of your bags last night because I couldn't find mine. Snug everything up. So that's the profile. Then the next thing I need is the height. And I don't have to be perfectly up top because the nosing on our tread will cover it. So we're just gonna go 7 and 3/8. That'll give us a little bit of extra to scribe off if we have to the floor. All right. Oh, let's go. I have pencils right here. Not that yours isn't good, but you might need it, so you keep your pencil.
That's fair. You do tend to take off my things, like my tape measure, which I'm going to change up real quick.
Yeah.
nice. You do have a little scribing to do.
I don't think that's enough to worry about. See, I probably can just push the corners of these down. What do you think about that, my guy?
Hey, I like
Nobody's gonna complain about that. The only problem that I see with this is going off of the face of this riser versus my staircase has a nosing on it. Dang, that is absolutely, I mean, why wouldn't the stair wizard have already thought of that? I just move these pegs out to the distance of my nosing so that when I put this on, it's actually already there. Wow. That is what I'm afraid of. Now, some would say, well, just leave it loose, and then when you push it in, it can be tight. But if they're gonna move, I kind of want to cut my stair to kind of go into that space just a little bit.
Question. Since that nosing is like 1.25 inches out, will that change the... I must have missed the conversation, huh? I must have missed it, right?
Little bit deeper. Here's the deal. This first one is gonna be a pain, kind of no matter what, because of how bad that sticks out in the corner, and I have to be able to slide it in. So it's at its smallest out on the edge, but needs to be at its biggest back in the corner because it goes back in. So I don't know, we might have to end up like shaving something down, like maybe a corner of one of these guys on a slight bevel so that it can make its way in. But if we could just give it a little bit of a wedge to get it set where we want it, make sure it's good, but we always let it come, like I think it's fine.
It just needs a, yeah.
I just don't wanna.
Yeah, let's, I mean, get the spreader then.
Okay, see, so that's gonna go. And that is,
Clean, that is clean.
but if I take this in, am I getting it back out? 24 to 48 hour cure time. It's an instant grab, 0-second grab, as in it does its thing, but it's not gonna cure for 24 to 48. So in theory, we could walk on it for the next couple hours.
It should be malleable, yeah.
And it won't cure for 24. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. We're just gonna, you know, if nothing else, when we step on them, it will get them squeezed in real nice, and we'll let it set up overnight. So if we work on it for the next couple hours,
Yeah.
it's probably gonna be good. Yeah. And I'm not worried about the top because that's gonna get pushed in. All right, buddy, let's go ahead and do this first one, eh?
Oh, this is gonna suck. Anyone else just kind of, it's like fingernails on a chalkboard.
Nice. So this has just got to be just past this little opening. Okay.
Ready?
It's this corner right down here.
Wait, where's
The rubber mallet?
yeah. What do you think? Are you satisfied?
If we can somehow maintain that level of
Perfection?
perfection on these edges, yeah. That glue's gonna hold up. That'll take away that little, I mean, it feels good. Oh yeah. Yeah. You know, it's one of those things where the start of every project has its like time to figure things out. You gotta make sure that you like the process, you like everything. It seems like you could do a job 100 times, and every time you start a new job, there's new variables, new things to think about. And yeah, I've done many staircases, but just getting going is always the hard part. Now, I think we kind of know what we're gonna do. So let's go do a couple more, Greg, and we'll see how they go, if we can maintain this. My concern is this. There's nothing to nail here, so our stair is gonna be the tightening factor. No.
We gotta take some of that off.
We gotta take some of that off, otherwise we get too much there.
Ruining your tread.
So we need to take off just
half a blade.
Okay, hey, wait. Before I go in there though.
Yeah, what's your scribe?
What's my scribe like, dog?
Or lack thereof.
Absolute gorgeous.
Money.
The best I've ever seen. Let's go take a little bit off. You can leave the wizard Harry.
The Hizzard Harry.
We're gonna call this Harry. That's what we'll call it. That's what we will call our, this is Harry the Stair Wizard.
You might need more Loctite, huh?
Well, here's my thought. I'm only using the Loctite because I bought it. I don't mind going to Lexel if we want to put Lexel on the risers.
Smells better.
Yeah, you definitely know when it's working because you can smell it. Okay.
VOCs are
VOCs be
strong
popping.
with Lexel.
Come here, Harry. Do your job.
So why don't you keep one side set and then...
Because I like to do this. It's like more satisfying for me, you know? Like make sure that it's where I want it, angle-wise, and then we're gonna be good. So 2 things I'm gonna do, and I think I remember doing this on the last stair. Mark it with a pencil and completely remove that pencil. Nice, dude.
One of the people at home to really experience it like to hear.
Get that sound in there. Okay, well that's good news.
That seemed to fit pretty well.
Brother, my brother. Harry, fist me up, Harry. Nice job, dude. It's like halfway through, this thing picks up a different gear. Is that possible?
Is it like a on-demand gearing?
I don't know.
Kind of senses what you need and then changes gears?
Maybe, yeah. It's very cool.
How cool would that be?
It's pretty cool. It's got built-in AI. Look at this as a spot to go right here. Okay. On to the next one. Ooh, that I got my finger. I felt it just graze it. Oh yeah. Like a glove, dude. Let me show you a little trick, Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you got to cut in between 2 points like this. Let me show you a little trick. Okay. Maybe you already knew this because I know your grandpa was a really good carpenter. But if you look at every track saw, okay, you got lines. So you see this line right here? If I go to this line or this line, that is where full depth front and back is. So I can line this up just like so. In theory,
Cool trick.
yeah. Not bad. Way better than carpet. Definitely took a lot more effort and work and time than it was intended to, because I thought we were just gonna pull the carpet off, put some treads down, ended up doing some extra framing, skirt boards, but I think that was worth it. Now I can go ahead and touch up paint, caulk, finish all this, but not bad, Greg, huh? I think we struggled on the first couple, getting everything figured out, and then throughout that whole middle, it was all like one piecers. And wow, I'm looking at this one stair tread and it goes like this. Yeah,
Really?
it's tight though. It's nailed on a stud.
Oh, you're talking about the,
Yeah, the riser on an angle.
yeah.
Wow. Huh. Hey, you know, sometimes all you can do is polish your turd, guys. Hopefully today's video kind of taught you a couple tips, tricks, and maybe nuances to just make things work. When you're doing a remodel job, not always are you working with perfect situations. In fact, rarely are you, unless, you know, the original builder was really good. Even then, over time, things move. So you just got to adapt, do your best, and then I'm gonna do what I do best, and that is caulk the rest of this up, paint it, and it'll look like $1,000,000. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll probably do a nice little full tour of the basement when we're done with it. And like I mentioned earlier, go check out that tool belt. Our building's tool belt is now live for pre-order. There's a limited amount. Tons of people signed up for the pre-order notification, so I can't guarantee inventory. When they're gone, I'll definitely be working on a new one, and that would be a great thing. But until then, go get your order in and enjoy. So thanks for the support. We'll catch you on the next video.